Hello everyone, this is Mohammed from Romy Maroc. Today I will be explaining how to create a Rails API using JSON API.rb. Let's first check out why we should use this gem. First of all, if we want to follow the JSON API specifications. Second, if we want to use serializers like Active Model Serializers. It comes with the ready modules and the mixings, so you just have to include them in the controller and use many functionalities that we will see in this tutorial. It also comes with the includes and sparse fields dynamically, which means that you can specify which include and fields in the URL parameters. It supports filtering and sorting, pagination, error handling, caching, and deserialization. This is maybe one of my favorite episodes because JSON API.rb provides almost all what you need in an API. And by the way, this is the gem that we are using in our project, in my job, and it performs really, really good. So let's go and discover it. First, let's add the JSON API.rb in our gem file. So gem JSON API.rb and run the bundle install. Once it's done, let's check in the GitHub page. It says that you have to enable the support for Rails. So let's add this in a initializer. So we go to config initializers and create a file called JSONAPI.rb and pass this code here. This application, it has a books table and the authors table. So let's go ahead and create the serializers related to this tables. So it's also come with a generator, so we can do Rails generate serializer book, then title, ESBN, language code, and the number of pages. Let's create another one. Rails generates serializer author with name attribute. Great. So let's go to the serializers file. It looks like the active model serializer gem, but here you include the JSON API serializer, and then we have like this attribute title, ESBN, language code, non pages, and we can also define has many relationships. So a book will have many authors. Let's go to the author serializer. So the same, we have the include JSON API serializer and the attribute name. Let's run our server and give it a try. So http localhost port 3000 / books the JSON. But first, let's go to the books controller and make a small change here, JSON API instead of JSON. So let's give it a try. And yeah, great. So yeah, here we have the response following the JSON API specifications. So here we have like the first book with the attribute, and then ID, and then relationships, and the type. So the same for the others. Now if we want to include the author's data as well, and maybe we want to return only some specific fields here, so we can pass it in the URL. So we can do like include, for example, authors and fields of book. Let's fetch only the title and language code. Okay, and num pages as well. But to make it work, we have to include the JSON fetching in our controller. So we have just to come here and include JSON API fetching, and here we have to override the JSON API include method. So we have to specify which includes do we support. So in our case it's authors, and we can also do super and to um, yeah, to consider the original JSON API include method definition. Yeah, let's give it a try. And yeah, we see that they included the section here, which include our associations, which are the authors. And here we also fetch only 3 attributes instead of all the attributes. So it looks great. Here, as you see, that we didn't include the relationship, so we can also add it. So if we add authors here, we will get this included as well. Great. So yeah, here we see that there is a n+1 queries. I won't cover performance now, but we can do later in next episode. And regarding filtering, the JSON API.rb use a ransack for filtering. So I forgot to mention that it's also used the JSON API serializer. You can have a look at this gem. It's a fork of Fast JSON API, which was created by Netflix. It's not maintained anymore, but it says that the performance of this gem is really much better than the Active Model Serializer. So according to their benchmarks, it says that 25 times faster. But yeah, we have now a fork for that, and have a look at it. It's really great. I will cover some tricks of this gem in the next episode. So yeah, and regarding the filtering, so it's use ransack. So for that we can include, for example, some filters. So if we want to filter by, for example, title, so contain, I don't know, Lord. This will return books whose title contains this word. But first we have to include the JSON API filtering. So we do include JSON API filtering, and in the index action, let's call the JSON API filter method. In the first parameter, we return the list of books, and in the second parameter, we specify which attributes are allowed to filter by. So let's say we want to filter by title and maybe author's name, and it also allows other arguments. So if we want to add some allowed scopes or whatever, but we'll keep it like this for now. So then we add a block where we call the filtered records, filtered, and here we render our filtered result. Render JSON API filtered dot results. Yeah, let's give it a try. Oops, filtering. Oh yeah, it's filtering. Nice. So let's see the books. Oops, no, we still return all the books. Yeah, let's check the URL. Oh yeah, this should be end. Mm. Toot, 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 toot. Oh yes, here we have to pass an array of the allowed attributes. Let's give it another try. Yeah, great. So here we return only one book whose title contain Lord. We can also change this filter to author's name contain equal to Chris. Let's include the authors here. The names which contain Chris is 4 and 5. We have to display books whose authors is one of them, 3 or 4. So here it's correct, it's 4, here is 5, and here is 5 and 4. Yeah, it works. So yeah, this is for filtering. Also we can add the sorting. Here we can add the sort by title of the books, so we can sort them alphabetically. So here we have the first one is D Lord, and the one is title. Let's sort them in the other direction, so to be like descending. So yeah, here we found this book first, and then the other ones. And for pagination, we also can specify that in the URL. Let's work on this URL. If we want, for example, to show only 3 per page, so we have to specify that params, it should be page size equal to 3, for instance. Before that, let's include that in the controller. So we do include JSON API pagination, and here we should call another method, JSON API paginate, and here we pass this filtered results, and we open a block with the paginated results, and this is what we really want to render paginated. And let's give it a try. And yeah, here we return only 3 books, and we also have the pagination links included, so current page and last page, next page, and this one. Yeah, we also can add the page number, so page number equal to 2, by default is 1. So we have more books. The third page, it should be empty. Yeah. So yeah, this is for pagination. Now I will explain the deserialization. So if we want to create a book, our controller understands only the book parameter which is used by our scaffold. But if we want to adapt this to understand like JSON API specification, so we have to do a change in our controller. So let's first include the JSON API deserialization, and change this books params to use JSON API deserialize method, which receive params as first arguments, and then the second argument you pass a hash of options. So here we want to only include the title, pages, and language code, and authors. You can also pass excepts, for example, with unwanted attributes. You can also specify a polymorphic attribute here. So in order to deserialize polymorphic relationships. So we don't have that, so we will keep only this one. So we'll use book params and the create action. Here we'll render the JSON API formats, and yeah, the rest looks good. Let's give it a try. Awesome, it's created. We received like 201, and here we have our book with the new ID 6. So we can do the same for the updates action. So we do here JSON API. Now we have to specify the method is puts, and then books. Let's update the ones that we have created 6. Here we do title to updated. We don't want to update these attributes and these either. Let's keep it very simple. Let's send it. So here, yeah, great, it says that the status is 200, and yeah, here we have like the book 6 has changed its title to updated with the same authors. Great. Our API now still return like the standard errors response. So to use the JSON API errors, we have first to include that in the controller. So include the JSON API errors, and we have to change this JSON to JSON API as we did before. To test that, let's create a validation in the book model. So we want to validate the title to be present. So here, if we want to update this book to an empty title, it should rails an error. It looks like there is an error here. Yeah, after some debugging, I found out that we have to call JSON errors here, and here the same. So let's give it another try. And yeah, here we have JSON API response for errors as well. Yeah, this is for this episode. I think I covered almost everything that you might need in your API. I hope you found this series of tutorials useful. Please write me your opinion about my content. That will help me a lot to determine my future focus. Yeah, have fun coding, and see you in the next one.